Episode 14. Boom.
I love it.
What's going on? How's everybody?
Better this
Good.
week.
Better this week. Oh, we missed
Better
you,
this
Sandy.
week. Well put, Sandy.
I
Yeah.
missed
We
you
missed you.
guys. I missed you too.
I felt weird clipping the show when I was like, there's three of us, but I did it anyway. I'm glad you're back. How's the weather in your area?
My area is ice.
Frozen Buffalonians.
Yeah, but my daughter has 5
That's a
feet
good
of
phrase.
snow.
5 feet.
She got 5 feet of snow. And yeah. Mm-hmm. I live below the snow band. I was smart. 80
Okay.
What is it? 80 miles southeast. So the snow band ends about 20 miles up, but we got a lot of ice. Nobody will come down my driveway.
How long is that driveway?
Very long. I made a video for the members. They saw it, but
So wait,
it's pretty
what,
long.
50 yards?
I don't know how to measure that. What's
Half a
50
football
yards?
field?
If you
That'd
straighten
be
it
long.
out,
Oh,
it's long driveway. But I just last week, really quick, when my power went out, I lost 3 hours worth of work,
okay.
and I was so pissed. So I bought one of those batteries, a backup battery, ACS, UPS or something. My brother told me about it. So I got it, knew they were coming. I knew UPS was never going to make it down my driveway. They would not even want to because it's all ice. So I rolled out my cart. I got this metal cart with these big rubber wheels. I left it at the end of the driveway. This poor little cart all the way down at the end of the driveway. Hey, they came and texted me that my battery was there, and I got it, and I did not slip, and I did not hurt myself. But the battery is freaking heavy. Oh my,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
oh my God.
so do you have cats at your house?
Oh, everybody knows I have a few.
So you got cat litter.
Yeah.
Are you putting that down?
No.
Is that maybe
No.
it's not environmentally safe?
Well,
I
you know
don't
what?
know.
I saved coffee grounds for the back stairs for when
Oh, that's
my
clever.
yeah, when the guy that helps me and loads firewood,
Huh.
I got coffee grounds. But my friend Debbie left a bag of halite. But I don't want to use the salt. See, my driveway is long. You can't just, it would be 4,000 bags of shit just to undo the ice, to melt the ice.
Coffee grounds.
Yeah, coffee grounds. I've been saving them.
Never heard
Are they
of that.
used coffee grounds?
Mm-hmm. Of course, they're used coffee grounds. What would coffee grounds be, Andrea?
We put them in
could use
compost.
unused.
but-
Yeah, you put them
Theoretically.
in compost.
Have some
Well-
thrilled ants.
Yeah, right. All right, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm done. How's everybody
Okay.
else?
I'm good.
Doing as you say. Better this week. I like
Better. I'm glad. You're
Are we
welcome,
live?
Jake.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
we live?
And then some.
Are we live? Hey,
that. I
everybody.
realize you had some strong opinions about Asians you were saying you wanted to air out, but now's not the time for sure.
see how Andrea she's like, oh, we're live, and then she just becomes a whole different person.
So what's up,
I like that.
Andrea?
Oh, I'm doing a podcast. That's what's up.
How's it going?
Fair enough.
Is it going good?
Presently? Right now?
I don't know. I think it's happening. I'm
She's
not
on
sure.
some podcast somewhere.
There's something going on here.
Wait, now, is the podcast Left Past 10, or is it a different podcast?
That sounds close, I think.
probably it's.
I don't know what
okay.
time it is though, so I hope it's past 10. Otherwise, I'm fucked.
Well,
Daylight saving time is about to kick in. We're gonna be fucking.
Oh, I can't
Oh
wait.
man.
I was
God.
wondering, how's your new sleep schedule working out?
Well, of course, today is the derail day, so it's working out. I woke up at like 8:30.
Oh.
Relatively normal. I wanted to sleep in for today.
PM?
AM?
Okay. Yeah, I got up around 8 a.m.
Monsters.
Yeah, good for you. Oh, is that early?
Yeah. I like to sleep all through Tuesday and most of Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wish I had that ability.
I got stuff to do. I'm up.
Basically, just anytime I'm not live, I'm wrapped in several blankets. No, I'm just pretending for fantasy purposes. Oh, that looks so lovely. It's entirely too cold. I
Oh,
can't
shit.
believe I'm saying this, but good lord.
It's
is.
fucking cold as
What is
shit,
it at
man.
your house? It's 11, I think,
0.
or 10. Oh, it's 0? It's even colder at your
That's a
house. Holy
big old
crap.
goose egg, gang. Well, now it's
Yeah.
gone up. I don't know what it is now. On Monday it was 0, and that's when I decided I hated everything.
In tennis, they call it a bagel.
Bagel, I like that. Is it not?
Um,
What's love then?
Nothing. So it's a bagel because it goes game, set, match. So when the set is 6-0, the guy with 6 handed the other guy a bagel.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, that's tennis slang for you guys.
All right. Tennis.
The Australian Open's going on right now, and I'm so envious of all these people in summer,
yeah.
like running around in shorts and they're all sweaty. I'm like,
and it's probably
so envious.
too hot. You know, it's probably too hot. Anybody from Australia in the chat? Sometimes.
Yeah, I think we do have
Sometimes
some Australians.
Marianne might be there.
Yeah, that's right.
I have to
You
not
got
look at the
Marianne.
chat when we do this though, because there's
Hello?
so many people. Whoa.
Is, it,
Oh my God.
is that a new mic?
Does she want?
No, I got a new cable.
So loud.
Oh,
my
it works. It works
It really
pretty
works.
good.
It worked.
Yeah. Well, it's also I'm holding it right up into my face here. Should I move it? Okay.
Hold on.
Now, see, if I don't hold mine into my face, you can't hear me. I don't know. I have to reset something up.
Okay, so it's 0 where you are in Michigan. Sandy, what did you say it was where you are?
It
we
was like
convert-
10.
Can we convert these to real temperature, by the way?
8?
Oh,
Oh, Celsius?
Oh, never mind. I'm at a balmy 15 degrees.
You're at a balmy 15 degrees. Let me look it up because
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
And-
That was
Yeah.
perfect. Whatever you had last.
okay. It went up. It's 15 Fahrenheit. Okay, 15 Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit,
It's
more
minus
like
9. It's- all right.
gazoon-tight.
It's minus
God
9.
bless your soul for believing in such a stupid fucking temperature scale.
It's minus 9. We
we were
do
like-
try to.
We're like 4.5 Celsius today. In
Yeah,
South
why don't
Carolina.
we just change it? Why
Is that
does
right?
America have to be? Why does the United States?
This
have
is
to
what
be-
I'm saying. I stopped
Country of
using
clueless
Fahrenheit like
morons.
5 years ago.
Am I right? It was 40 degrees Fahrenheit today. Is that like 4 or 5 Celsius?
Well, if it's 15 here and it's minus 9 C. to
What? I'm
F.
sorry. What was it in Fahrenheit?
40.
40
Hey, lightning rod.
Fahrenheit to Celsius.
It's been like 40,
is
50.
4. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it's been like 40, 50 degrees here.
We honestly need to be all on the same thing. It's so stupid to use Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
And whenever Jennifer and I do shows
Okay.
and we do Fahrenheit, I
Make
feel
the
so-
argument for Celsius. Because, I mean, why aren't we doing it? Because,
Well, first of all, I like to call it centigrade because that's
Okay.
fucking cool as shit, and that's my argument.
why are
0
there
degrees is
two
freezing. That's
ways
all.
of saying
Centigrade.
it?
Because
Centigrade
one
or
is cool
Celsius?
as shit.
What is there? Fentigrade?
No. You only got
Uh,
one way of saying it because you're a fucking shitty temperature scale.
Fahrenheit sounds like a Ray Ray Bradbury novel.
It sounds
but
like a rape. Is that what you said? Is that what I heard?
Ray Bradbury. Jeez.
Yeah, well, you stuttered there a little bit in like an
'Cause-
unfortunate way.
Bradbury's hard to say after the word Ray.
Thanks
But
for being a
what-
pal and
But
making
what-
it smooth.
So hold on, like, why is Celsius centigrade so great?
It's an
Because
older
0 degrees
version.
is freezing.
Well, because
Celsius.
scientists use it and they're cool as fuck.
Yes.
0 degrees is freezing.
All right, Andrea. Validation.
Where else do they use centigrade in the world?
Norway?
Wow, research. Oh, I see. Yeah. Finland. I think Finland. The
Well,
whole
I
world,
mean-
Gene says, does Celsius except the U.S.
Which
Right.
is why the U.S. is exceptional.
No,
No.
we're not exceptional. We're dare
You
to be
don't-
different. Oh my God.
I'll say this: the
Guys,
U.S.
make
does
America
English
Celsius
the
again.
best.
Yeah,
Wait,
there
what'd you say?
go.
In the United
MACA.
States, believe it or not, of my opinion, we do English the best out of any English-speaking country. But when it comes to numbers, I'm sorry, it's got to be metric system, and we got to go to measuring temperature with Celsius. We just
I-
All right.
I want
Let's-
above it all merchandise that's a red ball cap that says "Make America Celsius Again," but it's just
Yeah.
like the symbol
Maca.
for Celsius.
I like it.
Can you
Did we ever
produce and
use
manufacture it for me and I get all the money?
Sure.
Yeah.
This could be Andrea's.
Well,
'cause it
not
was her idea.
manufacturer.
No, we could use Vistaprint, and they're in where are they? They're in the Netherlands. They do good work.
In South
there might be
Carolina,
a shipping issue
No,
with that.
they ship everywhere.
Okay, well, fair enough.
in South Carolina, if I don't make it or ship it, I don't have to pay sales tax on it, like
Oh.
retail tax.
Nice.
Like, is that like is Florida like that? Oh no, they don't have
Probably.
income tax. They don't have income tax.
I
Oh,
keep re-
Scott's no red caps. Yeah, but
Well,
we
no,
have
that's-
that's
it'd
the
be
whole
like,
shtick,
made you look.
Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I like that. That's a good idea. Maca.
Well, it implies though that we ever did use the
Yeah, but
Celsius.
did we?
Did we?
Our scientists do.
I don't think our scientists
Research
do,
papers do.
and we kind of do. We do with
Mhm.
some things, but not others.
All right.
But
I'm
the
telling Jennifer
again part is
we're
where
doing
I
it.
I'm just reading lightning rods. It's too big to put on screen, but I'm reading their explanation.
Hmm.
Hi, lightning rod.
Centigrade is the old-fashioned name for Celsius. The name centigrade was derived from the Latin originally meaning 100 degrees. When Anders Celsius created his original scale in
Alright.
1742, he inexplicably chose 0 degrees for the boiling point and 100 degrees for the freezing point. Okay, I get it. Thank you. Yeah, okay. So here's where I'm at. Do I need a scarf or not, guys?
Yes, always.
Scarves
I don't
are
live
a
where it
very
snows.
trendy fashion accessory that you can use to make your looks hip and,
And
happening
cool.
at the same time.
Yeah. that's what I'm
Always
talking
wear
about.
your scarf. Maybe get your above it all scarf today
Oh,
for
look
a
at this.
discount of 48.90%.
48, 90%. Now, wait a minute. Is percent appropriate?
Yeah, is minute appropriate? That's what I want to know. What should we be saying?
I'm on team abolish the minutes. They're not
Abolish
real.
minutes.
Have you heard of leap seconds?
Leap seconds? No.
Every once
I
in a
may have
while,
heard you talk about.
They add extra seconds every once in a while. These fucking eggheads at NASA. It's all fake. They made
Oh,
it up. There's
stop.
been like fucking 20 leap seconds.
Now,
you know?
who is that? The Bureau of Atomic Scientists working with NASA?
It's those
That
goddamn
figure-
dorks at fucking NASA or
I
wherever
like
they are.
dorks. Dorks are us.
Well, they're fucking adding seconds. So when you're celebrating the new year, you're doing it like 20 seconds too early.
Oh,
Think about that.
yeah.
Oh.
Are they
we
just
all-
doing it
we're
so
s-
they can get ahead of us on things? Where
I
are
don't
they
know
adding
why
these
they're doing
seconds?
it.
And
We
remember,
need to
we're
interview
still
'em.
trying to get rid of the time change in the United States. You know, the changing the time, screwing everybody up.
Oh yeah, the time change. Look, I've never been cool with this.
I have rope
Pick
around
one.
my neck.
Yeah.
I have a preference, but really, just give me one and stop changing it. I
Right.
feel like
Did you know
it's
daylight
gaslighting,
saving
right?
time kills people? There's a death toll
Yeah.
associated with the
Yep.
clock
Yeah.
change.
It's
Wait a minute.
How cool is
nonsensical
that?
we still
Don't
have
I?
this.
I love
I
killing
want it-
people.
I want it later. Later.
that
Is
out.
that?
I want it lighter
Okay.
earlier so I can
Oh.
wake up at fucking 5 o'clock and not have my eyes bleeding out of my face because it's so goddamn dark outside.
Well, let's take a vote. Who likes it right now, and who likes the summertime hours?
Summertime hours.
I don't know which
I
one's
like
which.
it. I like it lighter, later. I get more work done, and I don't have to worry about hitting a deer if I'm driving at night because
Yep.
nighttime is 8 o'clock. It's late, and in the wintertime, I friggin' hate it around driving
There
around
are-
here.
There are 12 deer in my yard right now. I
Wow.
guarantee it. They're always out there in the dark. In summer,
Well,
I can see them.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
don't wanna
see,
hit it.
for practical purposes, I'm with you. I like specifically with deer. I like to be able to see them whenever I'm out and about. However, when it comes to not wanting to put a gun in my mouth, it sucks waking up in the dark. That's just no fun.
Yeah.
I
well, what
train
the-
my body to every day I just shift my sleep schedule so I'm always waking up with the sun. Every day I wake up 14 seconds later with the sun.
I would agree if that was a change that school kids, I don't know what age, but school
Who-
kids should get up later and start school later.
Who amongst
Yes,
us
agreed.
uses an alarm clock, or as they say in the rest of the world, a clock?
I have cats. They rake.
Do
me
they
up
really call them
automatically.
clocks in
No,
India?
I'm just gonna do that all night. Jake, you use a alarm clock?
I literally will just sleep with tiger hours. That is the only tiger-like thing about me is the sleep schedule. I'll sleep just forever unless there's something to physically change that state. So yes, I use it for that.
Sandy, alarm clock? No.
No. Well, if I have to go to a doctor's appointment in Buffalo and I have to get up, I might put it on. But usually those annoying felines bother me by walking on
Andrea?
my head.
Clock?
I use an alarm clock when I need course correction.
Mm.
Of course.
I do not use a clock. If I have to be up at 6, I could
Just-
go to bed at 5 and be up at 6.
Shit.
It's all mental.
I
That's
can do it.
insane.
It's amazing.
You're a robot.
I've
Put
always
the-
been
put
able
a-
to do
put a
it.
tick in the Matt's a robot column.
I've always been able to do this. It's either a sickness or an ability. I haven't figured it out.
I think
but
it's an ability. I don't think it's a sickness. I think it's an ability. That's cool.
Mm.
like
What
you
are your
should-
earliest memories? Are they of your parents lovingly looking down at you, or like a scientist saying, "Oh, it's on"?
Yeah, they were like,
Ah.
I heard somebody say, "Should we open the spaceship?" And then it was my mom who was like, "Yes, of course." Oh,
Yeah,
look, a baby.
open.
But oh yeah, this
What about snooze? Do you have a snooze? A mental snooze?
I bet he.
no, I just get up.
Just kidding. Yeah, me too.
I saw. Anyway, I've been watching a lot of Seinfeld.
Oh boy.
You gotta finish
on.
that. Come on now.
Well, I was just saying that quote there where Kramer said he can tell what time it is by looking at the sun. It's just awesome. But no, I've been watching a lot of Seinfeld, and that got me to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, where they did the Seinfeld reunion show.
So good.
Oh yeah.
And Leon is
Oh, it's
standing
so
there with
good.
Larry David. He's like eating. He goes, "Who the fuck are these two?" And he goes, "That's
Leon.
Jerry Seinfeld and Julia Louis-Dreyfus." And he goes, "Oh, really? Okay, they're funny as hell." And he's like, "You don't know who they are?" And he's like, "So Jerry's tapping that ass?" And he's like, "What?" And then Newman comes in. He goes, "I like this little guy." And it's like he's never seen the show.
Oh,
It's
shit.
awesome. He's like, "You really
Oh.
don't know who they are, do you?" Anyway,
He was busy.
Leon
Are
is
you
the best
taking
thing to ever
notes?
happen.
Are you taking notes for jokes?
Jason Alexander is in Jacob's Ladder, a 1990 film, which
Yep.
everyone should watch.
It is a good one.
Which version did you watch?
There's one version.
No, there's an extended version,
No, I
Uh,
thought you were talking about the remake. Never mind. Well,
it's one of those
obviously,
yeah,
you
no,
movies.
watched
that. not the remake.
the full version and not the cut one.
Yeah. He was also in Pretty Woman.
Pretty woman.
Remember?
It's not as good as Jacob's Ladder.
He played a villain in Pretty Woman,
God, I don't have the memory you guys do.
which was in hindsight not very realistic, but at the time, pretty good. Jacob's Ladder is one of those movies where everyone has a different version of what it meant.
Really?
Right?
I thought it was pretty straightforward.
Okay, so what do you think? They were all
I don't want to
drugged?
spoil
That's
it.
that movie's old as hell. They did a
Okay,
whole
fair enough.
remake that's old as hell. Spoilers,
I mean,
everyone.
just the dying thoughts of a Vietnam guy, right? Of a soldier. He is so it. I guess I see what you're saying. Like, is it drugs or is it actually the effects of
Memories.
heaven and hell and the afterlife and all these things? I just think it's a brain dying.
Is that what you got, Andrea?
There's no correct interpretation.
Don't ask me. I barely remember
That's awesome.
last week.
That's awesome. I just like the movie.
Mm.
I think it's really cool. How
I
about
love the
Flatliners?
concept.
So cool.
You good?
But
You guys like Flatliners?
Yeah.
I got to see Flatliners.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh,
I
you would dig
haven't
it.
I
seen
don't
it.
know if I
Yeah, it's good. That's a good one.
It's it's like more fun Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in.
I saw
Yeah.
a great movie last week, and I can't remember what the name of it was. It was
Oh, son of a
scary
gun.
as shit.
I'm watching a show right now based on a manga, which is a Japanese comic book,
Sure.
and it is. First of all, I went to look for the manga. Volume 1's like $100. So obviously this was really popular 10, 12 years ago, and I missed the boat. Thank God there's a show, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my hands on the manga now, which is difficult. I'm going to keep looking. Trust me.
I love that pipeline, but keep going. Sorry.
But so, I don't really appreciate live action adaptations of these things, but I got it from a very reliable source that this is one of the best adaptations of a comic to a live action ever. And I'm watching the show,
Cool.
and I'm just blown away at how good the show is, but
What
also I
show?
can't believe it was a comic.
Hmm.
It's called Drops of God.
I
Really?
haven't seen that.
The premise is people who can smell and taste wine and guess the exact vineyard and vintage. Just guess it.
Really?
And it's like, yeah, and it studies like how they can do that. It is fascinating.
Oh,
It
It
is
sounds
very
very much
cool.
like I had a buddy. What's up, Madeline? If you're out there, who was big into an anime about shoot. Now I'm panicking. A swim team. There we go. It sounds very
Panic.
similar to that, where it takes like a niche hobby and it gives it the anime treatment, so it feels epic. Flatliners. It was a good movie. Yeah.
Hi, Christy. How you doing
I'd
up
love to
there?
see Drops
She's
of
probably
God.
got 4 feet of snow.
Drops of God is great. It's on Apple TV Plus. I highly, highly recommend it. It's very well done. You got to have subtitles on the whole time. It's English, French, and Japanese. And I don't think there's any Americans speaking English. So it helps to have subtitles. They only do that when like the French and the Japanese don't know each other's language. They'll speak English because obviously like English is the superior language around the world. So of course everyone speaks English.
The irony of
I'm
a
just
French
kidding.
person having to do that,
I know.
because in the
And French is
1800s,
nice.
the tables were turned. The language of diplomacy was French.
But the show, do you think you could do that with training? Do you think you could do that?
Do what?
Yeah, you
tasting
just
of
got to
wine,
drink a lot of fucking
taste
wine.
it and
yeah.
go, I know exactly where this is from and what year.
Sommeliers can.
I don't
A
know.
lot of
Not
them
like
can.
this is different.
This
This
is
is
really-
different. Yeah. And I
Wow.
mean, I guess people do it. It's called, I forget what it's called, enology or something like that. I forget what it's called, but
Really?
anyway, it's blowing me away.
Hmm.
What's that?
It's good
What?
wine taste. I mean, yeah,
Well,
it's.
but
But
the
you're talking about
being
as
able to
Sandy
do
said,
that,
being a
yeah.
sommelier and knowing all the. Yeah. No, but I think that it's like most anime. It's a playful exaggeration, but I do think, given enough time, yeah, you absolutely could.
It's wild
The
though. I
ability's
like the
there.
show. It's very dramatic. And it's also fun. It's a fun show. The characters are so well done. But anyway,
That
forget why.
it genuinely sounds interesting to me.
But yeah, that and I saw Killers of the Flower Moon. Have you seen that?
I've heard so much about it, and I cannot believe how much I have heard about a movie that I know nothing about other than the title.
So it's 3.5 hours.
Woof.
And we sat down to watch it, and I was like, we're definitely doing this in 2 parts. And we watched the whole thing, and we were like, oh my God, it felt like an hour. They don't waste any
It was
time.
that good.
I'm
It
gonna
You give me the
request
elevator pitch.
some spoiler-free descriptions.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
is it we're watching?
True story. The Osage Indians, I believe it was a true story. The Osage Indians had oil on their land.
Mm.
Then the white man got involved. What else do you need to know?
Nothing.
And it's De Niro and DiCaprio and Scorsese and a whole bunch of people show up. It's really great.
Wow.
There was a character in the trailer, and we're like 2.5 hours in, and I'm like, where's that guy? Oh, there he is. And I was like, wow, the whole third act is like its own movie. It's really good. It's really, really
Hey,
good.
I like when you read, Matt, because it's a movie in my brain. It's great. I see your book
thanks.
reading in my mind's eye, and I see it. I really enjoy it. So, if you guys don't all know that Matt does that on Friday nights, he reads his own novellas.
Yes.
Great.
I mean,
They really are a good way to unwind. For me, it's becoming like a way to
Mhm.
wind down on the week a little bit.
Yeah, it's after my show, so I finish up, and then I'm editing, and he starts, and then I'm like done, and I can get into my other room and lay down and listen and relax. It's very nice.
I mean, it's I said
like
this last Friday. Like, I know my writing and my reading probably take away from it. So,
I don't think so.
just
Your
imagine
voice
if
is
there was
great.
an editor or maybe a voice actor involved. It could be so much better. But
Your
I'm
voice
glad
is
you like it.
good. There's nothing wrong with
Oh.
your voice.
No, but the reading of it is, I don't know. It feels.
I know what you
I
mean.
think you have inflection.
Well, no, you've got a disappointing voice, but the
Shit.
no,
don't-
I know what you mean. Where it's like it's not in my head. It's not coming out the way I would think is ideal. But I think that's sort of the beauty of this medium we're working on. Like at any point, if you're like, oh, I want to do an HD version, I want to do the remastered, the director's cut, you can, because there's no cost to us for uploading this stuff, or minimal cost.
Yeah.
I do
The
like
cost
though
is my sanity.
the way you read. The cost is sanity. Yeah, that's fair. I like the way you read, though. For the record, in all seriousness,
so do
it's a. You ever listen to the Dunk and Egg novellas?
No.
You have a very similar voice to the narrator of that. If you come across them.
Huh. Have you guys ever taken acting classes?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Andrea?
Back in the day.
I do not agree with the scholastic system.
Oh,
Yeah, but like improv
there's fun things.
theater.
Second
you'd be
City,
great at that.
Detroit, baby.
So
Acting
wait, at
and
what
Chicago.
point? At what point in your lives did you take acting classes, and did you do any theater or acting?
Sandy, you got to go first. I'm more curious about yours.
It wasn't that exciting. I took acting classes in high school and in college, but I never went on with it. I didn't star in anything. I didn't do it. I lost my nerve, and I have a bad memory. But I remember. I think I played Willie Loman in summer camp. Death of a Salesman. That's about it. And then
That's awesome.
I had a hard time. No, but I really didn't use it. I think I used it more in my career. The skills, actually. Believe it or not, human resources, acting. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
It's super useful, truly.
Super useful. Yes. Now my daughter, she's different. She did that. she still does, and she's
Oh, that's cool.
working with people that are making movies in Buffalo, and she's also doing photography. She's really cool. I tried to get her
That
on the
is cool,
show
man.
these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's creative.
Jake?
My buddy Dane and I took acting classes in Second City, Detroit in high school, and then later on I took acting classes at the Second City, Chicago, and that's while I was a phone salesman, and I went from that into being a like a Midwestern actor. I basically, you can see me in a Michigan Lottery commercial, a GM
Wow.
commercial, standing next to The Rock, going,
That's awesome. See, you have a
Yeah.
better story, a way
Nice.
better
Can we do a
story. Mine's
reel?
boring.
Can you get all of these together for next week?
No.
And we'll just.
Oh,
because I did it so nihilistically. And by the way, to anybody who's out there looking for a quick scam you can pull, join an acting agency. It's fantastic. There's probably a role written to look superficially like you. All you have to do is stand there and be like, a car. You should buy it maybe with your money. You don't have to hold a skull and say anything
Oh,
deep. It's
shit.
the best.
It's the best.
It's a good
so
idea.
I did tons of acting. Like you could take drama in school.
Yeah.
It was like not. I mean, it was like a regular credit. It was awesome. So I was like, I'll do that. And then I took a lot of like acting camps and stuff like that. I didn't do very much acting. I just really loved
The course.
learning it. I thought it
Me
was a
too.
fascinating thing that people did. I never intended to be good at it. I just wanted to learn it. And I thought it was really cool. I was
with
in
you.
Godspell, the play.
Hmm.
I had to sing a solo.
Really?
Luckily, my mother is like a professional singer. So, once upon a time, I was able to do that. It was a
That's
gospel
a lucky
song.
break there.
It was a
Ooh,
gospel.
that's a very lucky break
Yeah.
considering her background.
And we had like, just in my house, there was a whole bunch of like, it was very musical. People were always being hilarious,
That's
cracking
great.
jokes, like family get togethers. It was like anybody. So there would be like, a funeral or the reception after a funeral. And people walking up to my grandparents' house where the reception was would always comment like, we're all sad. Everyone's broken up. It's a real serious, even depressing situation. We're walking up to the house and it's nothing but laughter coming out of the house. Everyone in there is cracking up. Then you go into this one room and they have guitars and everyone's like playing music and stuff and being funny.
That's the
And
good
so like,
thing.
I guess I kind of grew up in that environment and I wanted to take acting classes. But like I didn't do a lot of acting. I mean,
Well,
not
you
on
already
stage.
said it. It's very cool, and that's how I felt about it. I loved the classes. I loved learning technique and all, but I didn't want to be in plays or shows because I never thought I could remember.
Well, the people were
the
so
lines.
cool too. You meet such cool. Every now and then you meet like a theater nerd, and you're like, "Wow, you know a lot of plays by heart." It's a little weird. You know all the parts in all the different cast or characters. Like it's a little crazy, but for the most part, you're just meeting really fun, interesting, creative people.
Yeah. The people in that industry are very, very cool. And all parts of it, like the people who decide they have a passion for wardrobe and do that as their living. They have a fascinating life, man. It's awesome. I'll say this. In my tiny bit of experience as a professional actor, if you're like sitting there wondering like, oh, well, if I got into this, how close to Daniel Day-Lewis will I have to get? The requirements are more like what makes a good employee. Do you show up on time? Are you pleasant to be around? Did you memorize the thing that you said you'd memorize? Just that stuff.
Did you get a
I
SAG?
feel like
Were you in SAG?
no.
My brother,
No.
my younger brother, actually was an actor too in LA. I think it was after his whole being in the rock band, punk
Oh,
band. But
oh,
he has the SAG card. I do, and I
that's
don't know if my
rad.
daughter ever got it, but she's doing it now. So it's
Do
SAG
you,
is why I stopped actually,
the
because you
union.
can
oh,
do two. At least when I was doing it, you could do two performances on a SAG set
Oh, I see. Yeah.
without being a member, and which is very generous of them. But I did my two performances, and then they were like, "Well, you thinking you're gonna join?" I'm like, "Well, no," because you know
Right.
that's a big. It's not a big, frankly, responsibility or anything. It's just like, oh, you guys are gonna you're proper professionals, and I enjoyed mooching while I was here, but now I think I should step aside and let somebody who's gonna
You're funny.
do it properly. I don't know.
did you
You're too
did you hear
funny.
about that actor recently who broke their arm on purpose? They said they
No,
just wanted to be in a cast.
I
you.
knew it was gonna be one. I knew it. Dad joke.
We had a whole show of those the other night. I had
I
DJ Exclusive on.
I am so mad that I fell asleep.
It was really
Freaking
funny.
fell asleep.
It was good because we were just like, I didn't realize we were just gonna go off, and he was throwing him out there.
He's
And
wonderful.
every now and then I thought he was making conversation. I was like, no, it's a fucking dad joke. He got me again. It was
Oh, yeah,
so
what
good.
would
gotta check
that be
that out.
like?
The show I
Imagine
most
what a betrayal of trust that
really
would be.
looked forward to, and I fell asleep. What a
Yeah, it
oh
was
well.
good.
Oh well.
So I interviewed, I did a pre-tape interview today of a director who's also a producer, also a writer, has acted, and we got a chance to talk about the state of the industry and the deals from the strikes and all that, and some ins and outs. Yeah, it's a very cool
Yeah.
perspectives from his point of view as a lefty who's also in the industry. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, yeah, I didn't see it that way. So I'm anxious. I think I'm gonna debut that next week or
Cool.
premiere it next week. But
That's fantastic.
yeah, it was cool. It was really neat. He's a good
For the
guy.
record, I adore the Screen Actors Guild. They are a wonderful, wonderful union. I just chose out of love. I chose not to associate
Out
us.
of love. You're so
But can you give us the name of this person, or is that on the?
Oh yeah,
Is that hush
it's
hush?
Yannick Ambrose. He directed Mondo Hollywoodland. I adapted the movie into a
Oh
comic book.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're collaborators. So
Oh,
and so
dude.
now after that, he
Collaborators, huh?
he makes sure that he secures the rights to all the comic book rights to all the movies. Like that's in the contract now. He's like, oh, and I'm the only one who's allowed to make a comic out of it, which is really
I
cool.
love
So
it.
like, yeah. So whenever he gets something made and he's overseeing it, yeah. So anyway,
SAG.
job
I got
security.
an interview in the morning, 11
Oh yeah.
a.m. Yeah, this is. I've had the guy on before. I guess I'll spill the beans. His name is Dr. Simon Michaud, and he is an expert in minerals and geology and alternative energies. And we're doing a show on heat sources for the future because it's interesting. It's freezing. He lives in Finland. I'm in freezing, so it should be interesting. I hope to be able to run that Friday night because he's the expert. And I had put a post in the community part of my channel asking everybody about heat sources and what's the best, showing what I have. So that should be pretty cool. I hope everybody enjoys that.
Cool.
Yeah.
My favorite
That's
heat
awesome.
source is Max the dog.
Aw, that's
Yeah,
sweet.
that's got to be good. Man, my chat's going off with the emojis right now. This is really funny.
I gotta look.
I actually did know that you were the guy
yeah, there you
behind the
go.
comic of Mondo Hollywoodland, but I forget that regularly, and then I get nervous and starstruck. That's cool, dude.
Please. It's
It's a neat project. I remember I
Oh,
heard
well,
about
yeah.
it on the Majority Report. That to me is like the highest accolade you can have.
yeah, I agree. That was awesome. That was like the best part.
That's
Like getting asked to do it, getting a chance to make a comic, it's fine. Ending up on the Majority Report.
Yeah. Hey, Andrea, where is Max? Can
Yeah.
we see him?
He's on the bed.
Oh, he doesn't want to come over and show his beautiful face. Max.
And
I
it
have a
was
ca-
on
I have a cat
St.
named
Patrick's
Max.
Day that we were on there.
Oh, really?
That was
Oh,
like the best
nice.
part for me.
Holiday.
The St. Patty's Day, was
You've
it?
done a lot of cool things.
You really have, man.
Mhm,
What?
You have. You
Name them.
Just your
I'm just kidding.
association. Yeah. Okay.
You're like, name them.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
name 'em.
honestly. I mean, you guys give me a lot of compliments. I don't see it.
Well, you're
and
not
I'm
an
not being
asshole.
modest. I'm just saying, this is how I roll. I'm just trying to have fun. Oh, look at that good boy. What a good boy.
Hey, Max. He is really cute.
Max the dog, everybody.
What a sweetheart.
Hey, babe.
Oh, Max.
Who you good boy?
And he keeps you nice
good
and warm.
boy.
You're
I could
famous,
make a joke,
Max.
a really
They're
disgusting
talking
one.
about you. You're on the internet.
Max.
Everyone
Max is
can
a
Like,
star.
see
is
you.
that really famous though?
Max.
Soul Life just gifted 10 memberships on my channel. That's 20.
Wow, that's
Oh.
great.
He did
Soul
10
Life.
the other night.
Sound
Gee.
effects
Hell
of
yeah.
clapping. Yay. Oh,
Look at
somebody
that
has a
dog.
question. All right, Andrea, if I don't get Brett's question, and what happened to your Discord server? Did you take it down or something?
I don't need it.
You don't need it? Okay. Well, Brett, there you go. Obsolete Optics, who is our Discord manager, administrator, boss. He does everything.
Yeah, everyone can come on over to my Discord. We're having fun over there.
You have fun at ours is well, it's wild. I don't know if it's always fun. we have
Andrea-
a thing that says funnies though. You can put your funnies in there.
Oh, that's the question we got to answer.
What? Which one?
Who is the good boy? Who is a good boy? Andrea, I feel like you got to pick the next conversational destination.
Yeah,
Where are we going?
that's her.
Oh
turn.
fuck. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Put her on the spot. Put
Can
her
I
on the
phone a friend?
You can. As long as it's not me.
That's great. Phone.
I don't
heard-
like using the phone.
I have
I'm not gonna phone a
heard
friend.
that in a long time.
50-50.
50-50?
Okay.
about it?
What are you talking about? U.S.
concept?
elections? That's more like 50-49.
The odds.
What is marshmallows?
What
Oh.
is marshmallows?
All right.
Yeah. When I was a
Do
kid,
that.
Something you roast.
I thought like Cheerios and I started with Cheerios. I don't know why. I was really young and I was like, just imagine somebody like finding them and being like, oh, we've got like a Cheerios mine. And I immediately, as soon as I thought that, I was like, that's stupid. They obviously make these. Why don't
Oh,
think
that's
stupid
funny.
stuff? But I was like, 5 or 6. And so,
Really self-critical 6-year-old.
well, I like immediately knew it didn't make any sense. So then I was like, throughout life, when you're introduced to stuff, I was like, well, how do they do this? Right? Like, and if I couldn't imagine the factory and how they make it, then it just didn't make sense to me. And I don't know why, but I thought marshmallows were like originally mayonnaise. Isn't that weird?
I
Because
see
I was
that.
like,
that is weird.
oh, this was made from mayonnaise somehow.
Because it
Isn't
was
that
white.
weird?
Yeah.
This is like my
Fluffy.
6-year-old self.
What is
thinking that.
mayonnaise made from? I'm asking the 6-year-old version.
That's like, oh, the 6-year-old? It's just mayonnaise is not a concoction. Like comes out of trees or something. It's like plant-based. I don't know. No, I mean, I didn't really give it too much thought, but to me, it's like salad dressing, mayonnaise. Okay, this stuff exists, and then they put it in a bottle. Like it's all kind of the
fucking
same
salad
thing.
dressing. You
'Cause
know what
it
they
is all
put
kind
in
of the same
fucking
thing.
salad dressing? They put fucking sugar in salad dressing. These
Right.
fucking cocksuckers. You're
Put
trying to
sugar in
fucking
everything.
get
blue
healthy,
cheese, but
and you
then
fucking get
that's
sugar filled
dairy.
trans fat garbage.
But
This is
what-
why you got to make your own
Me.
salad dressing. I like to use pickle juice. I like to use hot sauce. I like to
Ooh.
use extra virgin olive oil. You know, you just mix it all up, get a
I use
dollop of
extra slutty
mustard
olive
in
oil,
there.
but
You know,
otherwise quite the same.
Extra slutty. But what is marshmallow? Because marsh isn't a thing. Mellow isn't a thing.
oh, I'm
What's
really mellow right
marshmallow?
now.
Yeah, mellow, but not
And I'm
mallow.
really marshy.
Or is mallow a thing? Is this like French and I don't realize it?
Mallow
Marsh-
is just a version of
marshmallow.
mellow, where you're just like you're so
Fluff.
goddamn mellow that you're mallow. It's
I bet it's something grisly. I bet it's something related to meat. Let's find
What is
out.
All
marsh?
right, somebody look it up. Well, how about who else is talking? Marshmallow fluff. Fluff and
Like, where did they
Was that
come up
around
with
when
that?
you were kids?
Oh yeah, I would eat marshmallow. Okay, so in my family, this is like early 80s, like 82, 83. We used to just put like vanilla icing on slices of bread and call it pour cake
Pour cake, huh?
because we couldn't afford like cake.
Vanilla icing on bread.
I remember I ate
that's
cookie dough
inventive.
once when I was a kid, and after I ate the cookie dough, I read the can that said "Do not eat unless it's cooked," and I had a full-scale meltdown. I thought I was gonna
Oh,
die.
No, we all
It
It
Oh.
was a
had that.
really horrifying experience. I was crying. I was
Oh,
home
jeez.
alone.
Andrea.
I was like 8 years old. I didn't know. I thought I had made a fatal error.
No, at 8 years old.
Now I
What?
eat it all the
No.
time. So
From cookie dough.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's got sugar in it.
I haven't had cookie dough in a long time. I should really try it.
Yeah, I haven't had sugar. It'll be a year in April. I had 2
Wow.
slips.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm done with
My
all that
family
That-
got a
that's-
microwave
Fantastic.
like when you could, like, I don't know, 1980, we had cable and a microwave.
shit.
And
Dang.
Oh,
and the
boy.
cable box
living.
was like that thing where you push the buttons. It's like ka-chunk. And then you
Oh,
have to push that button up before you can compress another one. It was nuts. So
Barely remember.
it was like a big box
Mm-hmm.
and you had to like go over to it. But anyway,
The cable box.
we got the microwave and my dumbass reading way too many comic books was like, oh, I could radiate a spider, let it bite me.
You didn't.
Sure.
And that thing, it was like,
You disgusting boys are gross.
poor,
Reading
and it was
You
like a
put
daddy
a
long leg.
spider?
in the microwave.
Yeah.
What? How did you get the spider in the microwave?
And you didn't grow up to be a serial killer, Matt?
Nah,
So you
it's a
picked
little.
the, so you picked the spider up with your bare fingertips?
Yuck.
Yeah, like a daddy long leg.
No.
Did you learn not to do that again?
Yeah,
That's
obviously.
gross.
But like I lived next to the woods. They were a dime a dozen.
But they're
We're talking
sentient
about
beings.
daddy ass long legs. They're a dime a dozen.
I live right next to the woods. Yeah.
When you were little.
Personally, I support the genocide of all insects, but I think spiders are some of the coolest because they kill other insects. So
Yeah,
I
that's
typically
natural
tend not to
selection.
target them.
Do not move
I
to
don't target
South Carolina.
insects.
I will never move to a southern state in the rest of my life. I would rather
It
kill myself.
is terrifying.
I bet it is.
after
Yeah, we
dark.
learned about your ant hills.
Oh yeah.
Remember the picture you sent? Holy shit, you were right. They're gigantic, gargantuan ant hills.
That wasn't even a big one.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
not around here. Not like that. We don't even have the same kind of insects we used to have. What I remember, they're going away. And anybody on my channel will tell you because we complain about that. It's a big deal. There was a study in Germany that they did that showed 70% decline in the insect population.
Yikes.
Just bring everybody down, Sand. Yeah.
I agree. Let's keep it fucking going. Can we get 80%? How about 90? Let's fucking do this thing. Let's someone call the IDF. We got a new target here.
Insects. We're having an insect apocalypse, Andrea. Just forget about it. It's happening. So I'm
I
scared.
mean, I go out of my house at night and it is scary sounding. The sound is like you don't
That's a
hear
good
that shit
thing,
during the
though.
day.
Did
And
you
then-
know that we're going to get a cicada superstorm this year because multiple different kinds of cicadas are going to be stopping hibernation at the same time? And the cycles
No.
haven't met up like this in like 200 and something years.
Where does
Really?
it happen?
Oh, it happens all over. You're fucked.
Hold on
Stay
to your
inside.
butts. Well, I mean, the They're just making noise. That's all you'll experience.
Oh, that's how it
It's-
starts.
No, I remember as a kid this happened to us. The cicadas. I don't know if this has happened since, but I grew up in Annapolis, Maryland. There was one summer where you would look up at the sky and they were everywhere, and then they would shed, and you would just see their empty husks. It was
We're getting two kinds.
Everywhere.
It's double. We're getting at
Really?
least double what you
In the
experienced.
whole country?
It's all over.
Get ready to
'Cause
be out there like
It's an
Are they-
invasion.
What's
We're
the
fucked.
freaking disgusting bug that was flying all over on my deck? It was a big black thing, like a beetle
Kill it.
bug. No, I just didn't go. I had to wear things. They were trying to land on me, and it was about
Just gotta kill 'em
2.5
all.
weeks. Andrea, you murderer. So we're gonna get cicada madness, huh? I'm gonna have to look that. up.
give me some dates though, Andrea. When does this?
I
when
don't
are we
have
expecting-
dates. I
Somebody
stopped
look
reading
it
the
up.
article.
So it's
Yes.
like as soon as it gets warm and you can
looking
go
it
back
up.
outside, it's gonna happen, right?
Cicada
Yeah.
madness.
Look it up, Sandy.
I'm
Let me know what you
I'm
find.
sitting here looking up the house I grew up in.
And nobody
Um,
can see because we don't have screen share.
I can show you.
Ew, they
I-
are so gross. The cicadas. Okay.
They're
Trying to-
horrible creatures,
Aren't they just giant grasshoppers, basically?
Yeah, but I mean,
which
but
are
they're
also
nature.
horrible creatures.
They're
I saw a
natural.
grasshopper once when I was a kid. It hopped the fuck up,
Okay.
and it was like, it hopped up higher than I was
You're right.
tall. I was like 5 years old. That fucker jumped really high.
USA
I
Today.
thought I was going to die.
They're going to be in multiple states. You're completely right. They have glowing red eyes, and they are known for their screaming and number in the millions. That was not what was on my deck this year. I don't think so. Maybe it was. I don't know. But we're going to get them. And it's called Brood. Brood what? 19? Oh, my.
We are
Now that's
fucked.
rad when the brood has a name.
All right, check it out.
Yeah, but why is it happening? That's
So
that's
this was my house right here.
Oh, so you're surrounded by big old trees.
Did you
Yeah,
own the
and
deed?
then here's the creek. Right?
That's a creek? We're calling this a creek.
I
This is a
can't see
creek.
it.
That's a significant amount of water
And
Oh.
so
connected to a river. Oh, my word.
so we used to play in these woods right here, and of course this was all these houses weren't here. But like, so get up every morning, play, tree fort, swim, fish, crab, and then this is my grandparents' house right here.
Oh, that's so lovely.
So that's where my mother grew up, and they had a swimming pool.
Look
And then
at
you go to the
that.
end of the neighborhood here.
Maryland? This is Maryland.
This is Annapolis, Maryland.
Annapolis.
And you go down to like this area right here, and there was like a little beach. See this little beach right here?
Mm-hmm.
And we would swim over here
Yeah.
to
Wow.
where is it?
All the way across?
Yeah.
That's cool. You had a good childhood.
Where the
Yeah,
heck
man.
is it?
You got good memories. You're lucky. I mean, I have good memories. I'm just saying yours seems extra
To right here.
special. Wow.
It's got to be walking distance wherever.
What's
it
that,
is.
Mar-a-Lago North?
No, this is called this is called Manresa. This is where a bunch of Jesuit brothers lived, and they would have religious retreats here. So we would swim. It's
Yeah.
crazy to think about what we were
That
allowed to
is-
do. We would swim from here over to here, and then they had all these like chickens and animals and stuff like that. You could go in here and check them out, and then we'd swim back, or we'd
Amazing.
walk over to this bridge. Just
What
walk
kind of
back.
distance is that?
It's a ways,
Yeah.
but
It's gotta be
What a
couple of miles.
childhood.
yeah. Anyway,
God, people don't let their
It was
kids
fun.
do shit now outside. Here they do, where I live, but not like it was when we grew up. Shit.
We had
were
so much
never
fun.
inside.
it was like, and I was the paper boy of that neighborhood, so I knew everybody. We would go crabbing and
Of
get
course
like
you were.
a wagon, full, like a cooler, put in a wagon and go door to door, like selling them. And people are
Selling
like,
crab.
people would come running out of their house like we were the ice cream man. They would come out with cash, and then we'd save our own, of course, so we'd have dinner and we'd
Did you
have
pay
money.
taxes on this venture?
It wasn't enough to pay taxes. The IRS wasn't,
Are you sure
wasn't
about that?
interested.
I would
Yeah.
love it if you got
Are there any
swatted right
records?
now.
And nothing
Oh,
bad happened to you over there.
What do you mean?
Just good stuff. You remember all good stuff.
Yeah,
Nobody
no,
kidnapped you. You didn't-
no. There was always like 6 to 10 of us in a group. No one was coming
Gonna
after a
mess with
group
you.
of kids, boys. But we're all still friends. We're still like best friends. The guys I grew up with in that neighborhood.
Wow.
Yeah, we just
That's
had like
very
a
sweet.
conference call over the weekend. Everyone's doing well. And it was a kind of thing where there was an old train track that used to run across that water I was showing you that we swam. There used to be a train track that would go through there or across there when my mother was a little kid growing up in that same neighborhood. And now, like when I grew up, the tracks are there, but they just stop at the water. So you could just walk up and down these train tracks as like a shortcut through the neighborhood.
Hmm.
It was awesome. It's like in the woods. It was so
That is
cool. It was just really fun. I mean, on the one hand, I grew up like this weird like suburban white guy who had to like undo a lot of privilege and thinking that just
Oh,
isn't
sure.
correct.
Yeah.
You know, like, what do you mean the world's a bad place? I thought it was fine. Yeah, of course you
Yeah.
did.
Everything's working out great for me. I don't know what you're complaining
Yeah.
about.
But like on the other hand, the environment, like the location was really cool. Like I really
Yeah.
dug it there. It's fun.
I grew
Is
up
it
across from a
overbuilt?
cornfield. I got lost in the
Oh.
corn.
You were a child of the corn.
Was it scary?
It was really scary.
in
The
New
corn was
Jersey?
so tall, it was double my height. I got lost.
Ooh, that is
I tried
scary.
climbing the corn and I couldn't. It couldn't support my weight. I was a fat kid. It was a sad day. I never went outside
That's hurting
again.
on a
Get out of
couple of
here.
levels. Yeah. I feel you, man. That would be a genuine nightmare experience, getting lost in a cornfield.
Where was that?
It was across the. I lived across the street from a farm, and they grew
Oh.
corn.
Yeah. Okay. That's scary.
We would hide fishing poles in the bushes at the bus stop, and then instead of getting on, we'd walk to the bus stop. Instead of getting on, we just grab our poles and go fishing all day. And like we're in junior high, so we used to get like a 6-pack of beer and string it onto the tie it on a string onto the pier, and then like just leave it in the bottom of the creek because it would keep it cool and hidden. So we could pull it up,
Oh, clever. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
drink a few.
Oh,
but then you would
lovely.
drink the fucking fish water can.
Well, I mean, we were swimming in there. It's a Severn River. Wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's all starting to come together.
I'm a gross human being. I'll wash off the top of a can with like spit and then not think about what I've just done.
That's
Yeah.
more than Matthew over here drinking fish water. Fish were shitting all over that beer. Not only are you poisoning your bloodstream and your brain under the age that you're supposed to be doing such things, but in fish water, no less.
I feel
Hey,
fine.
I used to
feel
go
fine.
swimming in the Hudson River, and they would tell us all we were going to die of tetanus
Ooh.
down there.
Yeah.
Well, it was 20 miles north of New York City, but we went anyway.
And only 3 of us did, so suck on that.
They used to try and clean the Chesapeake Bay. Maybe they still do this with oyster shells
Huh.
because it would filter.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Chesapeake Bay, home to some of the finest dogs ever created.
Yeah.
Home to the
Retrievers.
worst bridge of all time.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Hey.
The Harry Nice Bridge is pretty bad. Do you know that one?
We had this conversation.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So, Matt, when you
What?
looked at that map where you live,
Yeah.
is it a lot more built up since when you were a kid? I
No,
mean, is
well, that neighborhood can't really change except if they cut down trees in that wooded area. And
people do that all the time.
but
now.
it's sloped, so you can't really build on it. So no, it's not too different. All the streets are named after guys that lived there who died in World War II.
So you
Tolson,
die in World
Tucker,
War II and you get a
Shiley.
street.
Got a street.
Well, their families
seems
live
fair.
there,
Right.
and so they renamed all the streets that way. But one
What
time,
if you're living on the street where no one went to World War II and died? Then what kind of street do you have? Like fucking Dixie Street or some shit?
3rd Avenue, 4th Avenue, I guess. 6th Street.
But what it like? So is there like a 3rd Avenue and then it skips all the way to 8th Avenue? Like what happened to 5th Avenue?
Yeah.
Oh well, you see, little Timmy went to fucking Germany and got his fucking dick blown off, so now it's a lot called Timothy Avenue.
It was just this one neighborhood decided to do this because I guess they had just the right number. But
Named a cul-de-sac after him.
talking about like telling stories that I already told, listen to this story. One time in Colorado, I met
We
this
are.
guy from Annapolis. And we were drinking and we were hanging around this. We were at a cidery, which is on the back end of a distillery. So we were drinking. And it was a summer night. The food truck is there. Our friends own the food truck. We're all having a great time. It's a lot of fun. I meet this guy from my hometown. And we're talking and we're getting to know each other. And turns out, like when I left, I was the barista at this cafe. And when I moved away, he took that job. So it's like my replacement. And so now he's in Colorado in the exact same town as I am. And it's really cool. We're having this great conversation. The guy that owns the food truck pulls us aside and goes, "You guys are fucking drunks. You had this exact same conversation at the beer festival last weekend." This was the second time I met the guy and rehashed this whole thing in 1 week, in like 5 days.
And you didn't remember
Oh,
the first time at all.
Oh, I was like, "Do you remember? Are you just humoring me? Do you remember this discussion?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Oh, we really are from Annapolis. That's it." Because only 2 guys from Annapolis, Maryland would have that happen.
Lordy.
Can you believe that? It's weird. I think about that sometimes and I'm like, I really cannot remember having the exact same conversation.
Now the thing that's weirder is that this all happened, this story that you're fucking weaving here. So you quit a job, someone took that very same job like a day later, and without any sort of choreography, moved to the same town you live in. Is there any reason why that would happen?
Oh, well,
Is
I
there
don't
like a
know.
Maryland to Colorado pipeline of some kind?
There's a lot of people from Maryland going to Colorado because, like, before I moved there, like, I moved there because my girlfriend had moved there, who we got married. But, like, she moved there. A whole bunch of people had moved, like 5 or 6 people from my high school had moved there, and they all moved back except for her. So I was like, well, if you're not coming back, I'll come out there.
Where
But
in
yeah, there's
Colorado? Where in Colorado?
Longmont, which is like 10 miles north of Boulder, Colorado, like
Jennifer lives near there.
20 miles south of Fort Collins,
Mm-hmm.
40 miles north of Denver.
I
Yeah,
liked it.
yeah.
I liked
She lives in
visiting.
Boulder. We've talked about that. That's
Yeah,
right.
we went hiking up on
It's
the
happening
mountains
again?
up there. Holy crap.
Wait, we talked about this? When? How much coffee did I have?
Oh,
I don't
shit.
know. I mean, it is, they call it a sailing town, but really it's a drinking town with a sailing problem.
Jeez. A drinking town.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
But
Buffalo's a drinking town, but with a snow problem.
so what do they drink there? Oh, that's a good one. What do they drink there?
I don't know.
Anything in
beer.
particular?
Well,
What's a buffalo
Annapolis
drink?
is like
What's
a
the
Jameson,
goddamn-
Jägermeister town, that kind of stuff.
I'm trying to think of what everybody liked. Oh, there's this really bad.
Like,
beer
so what
called
does that fucking
Genesee.
mean? Like
Genesee.
everyone
Genesee.
drinks the same thing? No one tries anything new?
Oh, of course they do. But
No,
Well,
they'll
we were just
drink.
having it disproven. What did you say was the drink of choice there, Sandy?
oh, I'm not gonna say it's the choice, but I know a lot of people drink Jenny, and it's like a buck
Jenny?
can. Yeah, Genesee beer. It's like this cheap ass swill. Genesee.
Noted. What's
Jenny.
the meme
I don't
that everybody
know.
drinks the same thing? I've not heard of this. What is it?
Sound off in the chat if your area you live in has a particular kind
Christy
of
said Hennessy is what
beer
everybody
or
drinks in
booze
Buffalo.
that people partake in.
When I did drink, I
Um,
drank Jack and water. Jack Daniels.
Mm.
Big Jack Daniels.
Fair.
Annapolis also big rum town, but really it was like you just get to that certain hour and it's all Jameson. And then I don't somebody in the chat says FG says Jameson and Jägermeister sounds like a bad hangover. Jägermeister is your breakfast drink. So like you're doing Jameson at night and then it's Jägermeister in the morning.
Yeah, Jameson is whiskey, right?
It's Irish whiskey, but yeah.
And Jägermeister is that.
You can call it whiskey,
sweet,
but it's Irish whiskey.
disgusting.
Technically.
Yeah.
I can't follow any of this.
Good.
Big vodka drinker over there.
Why can you not follow?
Well,
any of
so
this?
the whole place, they all drink the same thing over and over again, and they're
It's
loyal to
popular.
even a specific brand. Like you don't try another
Yeah,
brand of the same
popular.
thing.
No, you do. People will drink literally everything and anything,
Okay.
but it's
Right.
popular to have, like, it gets to a point where, like, let's all have Jameson.
In
Yeah,
the
it's just local
biker
tastes.
community, it was Jack. Jack Daniels was
Get
the
it,
big
man.
thing.
I don't fucking get it. Gotta be honest.
I bartended for a very long time in my life, and I couldn't tell you whatever. I mean, probably well drinks, cheapo shit, you know.
Tequila in Texas, yes. Green tea shot.
What, Andrea? She's
Ooh.
laughing at something. Something struck her funny bone.
I have no idea.
Come on, spit it out.
Has anyone ever seen fucking Pitch Black?
Yeah,
that a-
with
Yes.
Vin
Oh, it's-
Diesel,
Like what
Oh, yeah.
brand of alcohol?
Oh, yeah.
is that?
the glasses.
It's a scary movie.
I think Pitch Black was the prequel to another one, right? Like,
It's the Chronicles of
unintentionally.
Riddick. Yeah.
That's it. Those
yeah,
I thought that
yeah.
was cool.
That was cool. They did the classic. They went horror to action. That's
Yeah,
what you got.
there you go.
I like.
There you
And
go.
then the perfect, in my opinion, the perfect trilogy goes horror, action, comedy.
That's like Alien did that.
Yeah, that was
With
horror
Evil Dead.
action comedy. Fucking Alien 3. Holy shit, man.
I love Alien 3.
I mean, it's
I
a movie.
have an Alien box set that has the original
Trust me.
and a director's cut for each one.
God damn.
Wow.
And it's Alien 1 through 4.
Oh, rad.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
really
the only
cool.
collection that I have like that is you're gonna die. VHS tapes that I've saved of King Henry VIII from PBS.
Kenneth Branagh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna ask.
That's the one.
From the
That's gr-
70s.
I
That's
have
the-
that. I have that on VHS.
Oh,
Fantastic.
I would watch it every single year. It was a
I
big thing
love
for me.
it,
I said it's out there in my living room, but I don't have I can't play them anymore, but I still have them. Yes, it was wonderful, wasn't it?
Bella Lugrisi says, every time I drink, I break out in handcuffs. Oh,
Oh, Bill, I wish you were here to hook up this goddamn battery so I could
just
do it
stop
right.
drinking at that point.
Yeah,
Um,
right. He's
Well, you gotta.
fine. He's been here before. He's a couple times. He's a good guy.
Oh, I've seen that cat plenty. I'm a fan. Bella's a
Ooh.
good egg.
Yeah, he is. He's
Andrew,
great.
have you
He
seen
came
it?
and- he came and set up my studio first when I
J-Lo,
got the new
The
stuff.
Cell.
I've
what?
seen Split.
Cell?
If we're talking about the fucking M. Night Shyamalan movie, but I have
Yeah.
not seen The Cell.
That's the movie I saw.
The
But
Cell.
I don't know
Canadian
what's
horror.
name an M Night Shyamalan movie, like a recent one, and it'll come to me. But that I love.
Unbreakable.
Yeah.
No.
Lady in the,
The
Water.
Sixth Sense.
Glass?
I mean, Glass.
No. God damn.
Glass was good.
I can't believe I can't remember the movie. I just watched it last week. This is a bad thing when I have too much.
I mean, he's
Oh my
not
God.
always the happening. He's not always
No.
good.
He's
No.
hit and miss for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I liked it. I'll
Yeah,
remember
I'll
it
say this.
eventually.
I mean, even when I end up not
Look it up.
overall liking the movies
look
he
it up.
does, they're like his competence as a director always shines through. Like he can still make an engaging scene. Draws me in.
I wish a lot of directors would do more short
Knock,
movies. Short
knock,
Same.
knock at the cabin. That was what it was.
Not
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
happening.
Yeah, it
haven't
scared
even
me.
heard of that.
films.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It was
that-
scary, and I'm home alone, out here in the middle of nowhere watching
I
scary movies all the
wanted-
time. Yeah,
I
that was
wanted
good.
like one more act out of that. I
Yeah.
didn't want it to be over yet.
I didn't
was
want
like,
it to be over
"Mm,
either.
give me a little bit more.
Yeah. I do like to scare myself. I like to watch terrifying
But
movies. here alone.
Unbreakable, Unbreakable, Split, and Glass are
Life is
3
terrifying.
very cool movies. I think that those 3, because they go together, I think those are great.
I keep
Unbreakable's really
forgetting
good.
that Split was part of that, and
Yeah,
such
Unbreakable
a good
though.
trilogy.
Unbreakable,
idea.
just that's just such a perfect movie. I love that movie.
You think so? Really? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not.
love
Try,
it.
I'm not. I think it's a good movie. I'm just surprised you seem to
Dang.
prefer it over Split.
It's a very realistic kind of like superhero origin story.
Yeah,
All right.
It's nice and
complete with like
quiet.
the
It's a very quiet
Like he finds
movie.
out he's a superhero just by a
Yeah.
complete accident, which is
Yeah.
great.
yeah, and like at a stage of life where it's more believable too. Like instead of being person finds out when they're a teen, now let's have some hijinks where we're trying to do that. No, it's like you get in horrible wrecks at inconvenient random times. Of course, you've got a wife and a kid already, and your life is built around this other stuff. Yeah, it's all those little details are so good, and the scene with the kid pointing a gun at him too, the tension is amazing.
I really
It's
like
really good.
The Cell is really good. I wonder if that holds up. I haven't seen it in a while. That's a horror movie.
have to
It's
go watch
very
another one.
graphic at times. It's a
I gotta
great
check
movie.
it out. It sounds good. I love
And-
graphic
Yeah.
horror.
Me
And
too.
probably the only Jennifer Lopez movie I ever appreciated her in. She was great.
That is, this is such a deep cut. The walkout the guy does in the cell, where he's walking like that, and he's pulling behind him the impossible amount of cloth. That's what I wanted the letter hack entrance to be. That's what I gave up trying to animate. I wanted you to
Oh,
walk down
wow.
with like a trench coat over that white outfit, a white trench coat with an LH written behind it, so that it would come down. But it turns out drawing is difficult.
Not for Matt.
Apparently.
That
That's the
sounds
goal.
cool.
One day I'll get there.
I find sometimes just real life, reading the things I read is a horror movie. My God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Death's Dream is a
It
horror
is.
movie. Yeah, it is. But I don't know what makes me then want to watch them. Escape myself.
I
read
love
them.
horror movies
Me
because I'm
too.
fucked up in the head.
Well, then I'm fucked up in the head too because I love them also, and I like being scared.
Welcome.
It's funny enough.
I love
don't
being
care for
horrified.
gore,
I
but
love being
horror.
terrified. I
Grossed
love
out.
peeing myself, and I love crying
No.
myself to sleep.
Oh, Andrea. Okay, there's a visualization.
Mobius Dragon is talking about Blair Witch. Yeah, Blair Witch, the first time I
That's
saw was
old.
terrifying.
The
I thought
scariest.
that was scary.
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
We used to walk in the
Fantastic
woods
movie.
just like that and look for shit.
Well, that was.
Did you see
Peel.
Blair Witch 2?
Yes,
No.
starring
I
a
don't think I-
wonderful actor, but did a terrible movie.
I don't think I ever
But did you see like the third one? They made like a remake, but like it's also a sequel at the same time. It reveals that it's also a sequel. I spoiled it. I'm sorry.
I
I
didn't,
don't remember. Maybe
and
I
I
did
won't,
see it.
so
I
it's
don't
fine.
remember.
No, it's really good. Like, it's not as good as the original, but it's just good. I don't know.
That's the. I realize there's
Hey,
like
Colin
huge
O.
fans of the paranormal series, but for me, like I might watch Paranormal one of these days. I didn't. But
I
might,
am a huge fan
but I'll
of the
never
first
watch the
three.
sequels.
The first three Paranormal Activity films are really fun because it's just like nothing happens, right? And that's why
For
it's
me,
scary.
The gimmick is like the point. Like you see them do this cool thing with like, oh, what if we made a movie and we cut it together with home security footage? That's awesome. But once
Yeah.
that's done, I don't give a you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's what's fun about it, Like once you're in the sequels, you're like, you know what to expect, and you're just like, I'm gonna sit here and stare at a still frame for fucking 90 minutes, and then the last 10 seconds, something cool happens,
Fair enough. Yeah. I'm glad that people like it. I don't want to yuck other people's yums.
I
Just
saw
for
those
me, it's-
bitches in theaters, man. That scared the shit out of me. I was like a teenager
Fair.
at the time. I don't remember.
But like, you know what? All right, let me counter my own thing. The Cloverfield series, I think, did a good job of branching out, and what they did was the same thing Die Hard did. Was just every time a good horror movie script came their way, they're like, all right, well, we'll lightly tie it into the other thing and call it a Cloverfield movie.
Yeah, the first Cloverfield is good. I like that.
Yeah. Did you see
I like
the
the
second
bunker
one?
one. Is
The
that the
bunker
second
one
one?
was also good. Yeah.
That I haven't
third
seen any
one-
other ones.
Well, wait, what was the spaceship one? I thought that was,
That was
okay.
the third one. I don't remember it. It was
That
fine.
one-
I didn't
yeah.
see it.
That one was a surprise. They didn't advertise it. It just
Yeah.
dropped. Like after the Emmys or something. It was just like there's a new thing. Anyway. What was that spaceship movie with Jake Gyllenhaal? That was messed up.
I don't remember it.
And with the organism, it starts out really small and it starts to grow and overtake the
Oh,
ship.
I do remember.
Remember
it
the
now.
ending?
It was really
Ugh.
good. And Spooky
Oh.
Sandy, this one you might enjoy. This strikes me as one you would love.
What's it called?
I don't remember.
I was really hoping Matt would remember it by the time we got to this point of the
What's the
conversation.
premise?
They find life, and
I've
the
probably
discovery
seen
of Brokeback Mountain. This is a
Yeah.
distant sequel starring the descendants of one of the characters.
Oh,
Is it just called Life?
Maybe.
no,
It
we'll
was.
probably think
Oh,
about
it was
later.
horrible. Horrible. It's one
So
of the,
I remember I just put down in our little private thing the movie my
Life,
daughter's
it's called.
working on. It's called Christmas Hit List, and they
Oh,
got
cool.
they got a page, and they're I'm pretty sure they're starting their what is it IMB
DB.
yeah.
internet
Yeah,
movie
But they're-
database.
Yeah, they're
I was
gonna be
almost on that.
doing indie stuff. So that's
I
pretty
ended
cool.
up on there. I was like, who put
Did
me
you?
on here? Yeah, if you go on Movie Night Extravaganza,
Oh
they
yeah,
get you an IMDb page.
the show that you
It
You
says like
interviewed that
Majority
guy.
Report,
uh-huh.
Movie Night Extravaganza. It's really
That's
funny.
so
That
cool.
was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I was on a movie called Warpath, and they part of it was that if you gave them your whatever and signed a thing, and all you have to do is one step, they include you on the thing. And I don't even truly remember if I was too lazy or if I just felt like I was too small a part to be mentioned. But it wasn't a good movie, so I don't feel too bad. Shouldn't say that publicly. It was a fine movie.
Just so everyone knows, we've been going for an hour and 18 minutes, just
Bye, nerd.
about. Just so you know.
That's not true. It's an hour
Yeah.
and 17 minutes. The host up here is lying to you. Do not believe this.
It is, isn't it?
And 40
Yeah.
seconds.
I gotta go stoke the stove.
Not even close
Get
to
up
118. We have
I'm
so much
rounding up.
time left. You're rounding up when it was like 23 seconds. You got to round down.
Pedantic.
Yeah, Andrea's got the seconds thing
disagree.
going tonight. Did the NASA scientists have anything to do with this?
Those goddamn fuckers.
All right, in
Oh my
honor of
God.
these themes, what is everybody's what is not their favorite but a space related horror movie that you
2001: A
enjoyed?
Space Odyssey when I was a kid.
Oh, love that
It's a good
movie.
one.
Yeah,
It's a good choice.
yeah.
Ooh,
So-
wait, can we do
Yeah.
polls?
Name,
Like with
in
the
our
audience?
respective chats, yeah. But like you're saying, name one that we didn't really like.
No,
Oh,
no,
that we
name
did?
one you did like. I'm going to do a poll in my
Oh.
chat. I'll let you know. We're going to do a WYCD poll here. I'm going to let you
Oh.
know who won the poll. Everybody name a space-related horror movie, and we'll have the audience vote on which is best. With Sandy, we have 2001, A Space Odyssey.
I'm
Now you're
voting for
making me spell
2001.
Odyssey. You have to name a different movie. You're
This
that
is
bastard.
bogus, man. What the fuck?
We can't do that, Hal.
Sandy misquoting the movie, but that's fine.
Of course, I'm misquoting the movie.
What are you doing, Dave?
You haven't.
going
been-
on,
you
Dave?
could do it. Yeah, you could do it. Definitely. Space
Remember, he
movie?
starts singing. He's going, Daisy, Daisy.
Oh my God. How about Star Trek?
I got one.
Yeah.
Event
Yeah.
Horizon.
Event Horizon.
Ooh.
Oh.
Good one.
Did I see that?
Spaceballs. That's a great one. Love that movie.
We used to watch that with the sound
Mel-
off and
with
just
Mel
fill in
Brooks.
the dialogue because we knew it so well.
Yeah.
So what are the
That-
parameters of our question here?
Just name a good
yeah. What's
sci-fi space movie.
yeah? Choose your champion. A space related horror movie.
Event
Spaceballs does
Horizon.
not count. I'm sorry, it's just not.
Oh,
a
so
horror
it has to be horror.
Mm-hmm. Or it's let's say elements of horror. It's got to be a scary thing.
Oh, the Muppets from Space.
The Muppets from Space.
It's got elements.
That's funny because, well, that's memories of.
Yeah, it's a thing.
That was
for
the
me.
one.
Gun.
That was the one with the funk soundtrack, right?
Oh yeah.
That was God. That's a great soundtrack.
Oh,
So let me.
it's tremendous.
Say piggies in space.
First of all, I want to see it. I love anything Muppets related. Second of all, I'm saying Moon is mine. Moon. Moon.
All right.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Why are you being a dick, Dave? We should
I gotta watch that over
definitely
again.
do a
Oh,
mystery science
shit.
theater of one of these, a la your story there. But just like do it not quite right. That would be so good. Why are you being a dick, Dave?
Yeah. Okay, I just pulled up Moon. So I'm gonna look at that.
Jenny. Sorry.
Probably saw it. Moon was 2009.
Moon was super good. It stars
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell
Yeah.
and Kevin, I'm so sorry, Spacey.
Ah.
I'm so, Kevin, I'm so
That
sorry.
guy.
Spacey's. That guy.
Sandy covered his recent thing. That was so, or Andrea. That was
Yeah,
so
Andrea.
good. Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my god.
that guy.
I can't
Whoa.
wait for next year.
He's such a
Yeah,
freak.
he's like got people
He's such a
anticipating the next
freak.
ridiculously absurd thing he's gonna do.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he
watch
skipped
it.
it last year.
Brett likes
or,
it.
in 2022, he skipped it. So everyone thought it was over, and then
I thought he just tweeted something.
He, oh, I saw the
Last
the
year. I don't know.
video.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
who
doesn't
knows?
count.
Yeah.
That's
If
not-
I
that doesn't
send
count.
you a clip, are you able to play it?
We'll get copyrighted.
All
I've
right.
tried
Well,
that.
I've reclaimed some honor here. This is only a minute old. This poll, but I'm gonna end it anyway. Oh wait, I can't. We got a tie. Right
Oh, the
now,
audience is
2001 is in the lead, but tied also with Muppets from Space. And I really don't want
That's
Muppets from
not a-
Space to win.
That's a
So-
protest vote. People are just protest voting.
Yeah, fuck your goddamn poll, man.
Ah.
This is a
Oh,
shitty
no.
ass poll, man.
And it ends. I'm ending the poll. The
All
winner
right.
is we're all going to burn together in hell, Muppets from Space.
Yay.
Congratulations,
That is the
Dave.
internet's favorite spooky
Job well
space
done,
theme.
Dave.
Piggies in space.
Hey, you know,
Piggies in space.
everyone who hasn't seen Event Horizon though should really check
Stop.
that out.
It's full of sparks.
Lots of movies. Need time for lots of movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I
last week I
love
had time
movies.
because I was trying to recover, so I was watching movies.
I saw Saltburn.
Saltburn?
Saltburn.
I don't know what that is.
Eh.
What is Saltburn?
Saltburn is literally the name of a very wealthy
It's a
estate
ooh,
where the movie
charmingly
takes
wicked
place.
tale.
It's I didn't like it. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't well done, but as a story, I was like, okay, so this is what rich
Like,
people get up to. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That and buying wrestlers and killing wrestlers. Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's
What
a
else did I
reference to
see?
something that one person will get.
I
Well, I would
actually
do it,
was
Andrea.
watching
Whoa.
the Gilded Age
God damn, that was cool.
oh yeah,
on
I think
Max.
it looks pretty rad.
I really like.
What is that about?
About the
The Gilded
time.
Age, I imagine.
It's about yes, and it's actually really good. it's
Okay.
The costumes are great, the acting is great, and it takes you back, like you're there in New York City of that era. Pretty
That's
good.
cool, man.
Yeah,
Goddamn
Muppets reign
Jason
supreme.
X.
yeah.
They
Type
do.
Paper-
I almost tossed that out there.
Paper
The
bag.
sleeping bag scene is worth it.
They don't make them like they used to.
I remember I was in the theater for a movie and the trailers are playing. And they're playing the Sinatra New York song, right? Dun
Yep.
dun 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 dun, dun. And they're panning around this statue of something and you can see Manhattan skyline. It's nighttime. And then as they turn around to the front of the statue, the music changes to like scary horror movie music and you see that it's Jason and this was Jason Takes Manhattan and the entire theater burst into laughter. And I was
Yeah.
like, that is not what they were trying to get out of that trailer. And everyone was like, are you fucking kidding? And we were all laughing. It was great.
Hey, shit happens. Yeah, you're right. That wasn't.
They blew it on that.
All right. So who wins, Jake? Did anybody win?
Oh, Andrea won, of course.
Andrea
Yeah.
She
Well,
won
done
with
deal.
the Muppets from Space
Are,
suggestion.
are we all pulling our hoods up now? Andrea.
I don't have
Yeah.
a hood. I don't have a hood. So,
Okay. My hair.
hoodless. Oh, Jake, that's a
Jake.
good look.
I
Actually,
mean, you can make most outfits work
Look
on
at-
some.
That was
that's
funny.
actually pretty good.
I did a lot of laughing. I'm happy. Thanks, guys. Andrea. We've lost Andrea's eye. She looks like a flapper from the 1920s when they wore those hats and they pulled them
Yes.
all the way down.
Donald
Andrea
James
the flapper.
says
She's
Or
that
a
Andrea,
Jawa.
you look like a movie supervillain.
Or a Jawa.
Or a
Yeah.
Jawa.
People are saying the movie It was way too long. Now, I think
It was.
I
the
read
first
one?
It was a miniseries for a reason. That makes sense. So
Mm-hmm.
what I would do is I'd take
Yep.
both It movies and break it up into 4 parts if you can.
Read the book.
I'm
That's
gonna
how
go
you
on a
watch it.
rant here. So, when the fucking It 2, when the new one came out, we were promised in the Blu-ray a supercut that is book
Yeah.
accurate to the chronology of the scenes from the book, because the book
Yeah.
doesn't do kids then adults; it intertwines them.
Right.
We were
Yeah.
promised a supercut. They lied. They fucked us. They fucked us.
And no one's
unfortunate.
taken it upon themselves to do the pirated supercut.
I'm very.
Maybe
disappointed
I
in
have to
internet.
look into that.
How about The
Come on
Shining?
now.
I like that one too. That was pretty
Oh
good.
yeah. I mean, I love
That's
The
a classic.
Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a good one.
I'll throw
Classic.
this at you too. I prefer the film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me too. And
What, The
there-
Shining?
Yeah, for one.
Oh,
Oh,
I
the
thought you
film
were
is way better. It's not
the
like
film was
Stephen King
really
is a
good.
little piss baby. He's like, oh, the movie's not that good.
No.
And
the
then they
book- the
made
movie
this
was
shitty
great.
fucking like mini series like later on
Yeah,
that Stephen
yeah.
King
No.
was like, nah, fuck Stephen King. He's a little
the
bitch, all
movie
right?
Was great.
That's maybe
movie
a
was
little
great.
harsh, but I'm with you. And
But
yes,
I read
the
all
movie
the
was fantastic.
books when they came out.
I mean, you
back in
don't have the
day.
best horror movie of all time made from your book and then complain about it. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
man. What are you doing? Are you on crack, cocaine?
yeah, there
It's
is
a joke because he was actually addicted to.
Yeah, he quite literally was.
if
on
if
cocaine.
you get a hold, I don't know if this is on recent DVDs or Blu-rays or whatever of The Shining, but I got one in like one of the first DVDs I bought was of The Shining, and there was a short documentary film, like a behind the scenes thing, but this is before they did behind the scenes things, by Stanley Kubrick's daughter, I think Rachel, I can't remember her name, but it's basically her just kind of filming some behind the scenes stuff. It's very enlightening, but she follows Nicholson around behind the set, like on his way to the set. He's like brushing his teeth, this kind of stuff. It's fascinating.
Did you know that there was an original,
fascinating.
longer ending?
I think I heard that somewhere.
And
I didn't know
Kubrick paid people to fly around the whole country to cut off the ending and give it to him, and he paid a lot of money to burn every copy of the original ending because he hated it.
Do you know
So like the first
I could
screenings of The
understand that.
Shining had a completely different ending.
he had like a warehouse of boxes? He had these custom-made boxes. Have you ever heard of this?
Oh yeah.
There's a whole documentary about it on, I think it was the anniversary edition of Full Metal Jacket,
I miss a lot.
where he would keep, so you know what I'm talking about, Andrea, where he would keep all his notes in these boxes for all the different ideas he had. And he would like be up all night, like studying meteorology and stuff like that. Then in the morning, he would like give notes to somebody to transcribe, and a fascinating guy.
We love our artistic king.
I will say this though, fantastic movie he made there, and I acknowledge the excellent work. Shelley Long, he basically tortured for it.
Duval.
I don't know.
Duvall,
There's,
I'm
Duval.
sorry. You're right.
oh, if it was
Shelley
Shelley
Duvall.
Long, that'd be a whole different movie.
Yeah,
But
that
whole
would've
different
been-
movie.
She
But-
did an
but-
interview like 5 years ago where she said she had a great time. But it
Oh,
was
really?
it was really strenuous, but she was into it.
yeah, and if
Okay,
you
what's
watch
wrong?
the behind the scenes, granted, this could be skewed depending on what isn't filmed, right? But she had moments of like prima donna where she was like, I'm sick. My hair's falling out. And then you'd see Kubrick and he'd go, damn it, Shelley, let's go. And he just wanted her to like be on her cue.
Okay, never mind then.
But
No, I heard the ridiculous version of those stories. Then.
Well,
I'm
and-
delighted to hear that it was more normal.
I think what
than
happened
I
was a
heard.
lot of
Oh,
people
it was far from normal.
Yeah, well, I mean,
More
like
normal.
he was like that. He would berate anybody for not doing it right, but he was very meticulous. He was always rewriting the script.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
No,
my,
well,
my
like,
complaint.
this
would've
is where
just,
they-
it's irrelevant.
I think this is where they began having different colored copies of the script. So, like, you could look
really?
around and go, "Oh, you have an old one," you know. And,
yeah.
Shit.
And so, you know, he would do it in a way that was like, I don't know. He was just real, you know. He's like, I have figured out. I know how we're gonna do it. Let's do it. And he was.
It's that brain,
People would
amazing
say that
brain.
he was like a chauvinist or something like that. But then, like, you look at his inner circle, all female. Like he
In
had like
Eyes
one.
Wide Shut, he would force people to redo several minute-long scenes because the lighting was like too orange.
Fuck.
So it had
I mean,
nothing to
that
do with the
sucks,
actor's
but-
performance.
Did they get a little eccentric
But that
after
is
a
fine.
while?
Like,
It's great.
Mm.
yeah. I'm of the Omar Sharif school of actors should act.
Yes.
He was like on set with like Dustin Hoffman, who had stayed up all night in order to like encapsulate what a nervous person would look like, and he's like, "You're an actor. Just act, dude."
Act. Be it.
No. I mean, he was saying like less hippy dippy than that. He was saying like, your job is to pretend to be things. You don't have to go get tortured to play a guy that got tortured. You go, oh, I've been tortured or whatever it's a profession, sir. Like that's of the mindset that I am.
I love method acting. I
Hate it.
love tormenting myself and meditating on how much of a freak I am so that I can entertain the masses with my freakishness.
And
Couldn't you do
where-
the same thing without all the nonsense in between?
No.
Oh,
This actually, the Robert Altman Popeye movie
Yes.
was great.
It was really good.
I thought that was fantastic.
It was. Yeah.
movie night on Left Past 10.
Yeah.
And that soundtrack.
I like how we get
Oh.
accidental themes to our episodes.
Yeah, I know. It is. It's great though. Gives
So
me
you were hiding some cool under.
gives
all
me
that
I
cool?
can smile the whole show. It hurts. Laugh and smile. Andrea, we can't even see you. That's the point.
You can see enough. Oh, shit.
Memento.
Yeah.
For favor.
What time is it?
It's
Huh, what is it?
11:35 p.m. on the East Coast. Let's read
All
some
right.
super
I
chats,
have this
shall we?
interview
let's do
in
it.
11 and a half hours.
Infinite content with $2. The technical temperature in Philly is cold as shit.
That gets
Take
us.
that, Celsius crowd.
Hey, fuck you, man.
Those of you who missed it earlier, we had a big debate over Celsius.
Donald James, member
Centigrade.
for 5 months. It was warm and sunny in Sacramento. Sorry. God, I'm envious. Soul Life. Boom. Look at that. 10 memberships.
That's really very nice.
Can we
Whoa.
start
Thank
calling
you.
Donald James Donald J. Ames?
Donald
Why?
J. Ames. J. Ames.
I don't know. He's kind of the founder
Donald
of this
J.
show,
Ames.
so I don't know. If we
He
wanna-
literally is.
Look at this.
I'm
though.
going for Donald J. Ames from now on.
$5. No super chat
I
for
put
Matt. He
him
got
on.
memberships.
I put him on when he plays, and I
$5
just-
for Jake too. Look, he's making up for my
Hey.
10 gifted
Oh
memberships.
my God! And
I hearted that
Emerald
earlier.
you.
Thank you,
And
brother
you,
man.
Sandy.
It helps.
Matt
I got
guys.
one.
That's
I feel like
awesome.
it's Christmas all over it.
Super sticker from
Thank
Aaron.
It's
you.
Christmas with a bougie
Aurelia.
family. Give
I
us
love
money,
stickers.
please.
Relia.
Aw, thank you. Yay!
There you go.
Well,
And
just
the
think
gang.
backup
Sandy's
battery.
gang. Ooh, it's
My
tough.
gang.
That sounds tough.
That does sound
Yeah,
tough. Sandy's gang. I dig
I
it.
was in a gang of bitches, man. We did. We rode Harleys for 10 years.
Oh, nice.
I told you about that. Pig Girls, pride, integrity, and guts. And we got that name, and I
Pride.
found the badges that said pig that were cop badges, but I bought them on eBay, and we all wore them, and we had our leather vests, and we all had Harleys. Yep.
Oh, that.
Yep.
Can
sounds
you
like
get the
a
fellow
ball.
pigs on the
Sandra?
show for an interview?
Well, Breeze doesn't talk to me anymore. Sandra, maybe.
Shouldn't laugh at that.
Lisa
It's just
died.
a funny back. Oh shit.
Yeah,
had-
well,
you had
shit
two
happens. I'm
Sandys?
older.
In the
Yeah.
group?
There was Sandra, and I was Sandy. And my nickname was BB Pig. God.
What? Did you all have nicknames?
Yeah.
Like biker
That's
names?
so cool.
Gypsy. I was BB. Yeah, for the longest time, my license plate said Harley BB, BEBE, or
Where's that come from?
Because I was the baby of the bunch, the
Oh.
youngest.
I thought maybe you were shooting BBs from your Harley. That'd
No,
be
as a
awesome.
BB. Just BB. Yep.
Oh,
That was silly stuff, you know.
that's so cool, dude.
Breeze.
And I like that you guys had like a naming theme. That's rad.
Yeah. And then Sandra had patches made up. You never forget your first pig. I mean, just stupid. We had Christmas every year. We used to get limo because it was too cold to ride. We get a limo and go out to all the bars. We did this for years
Oh, that's
because
baller,
all our
man.
husbands were in this other we're in the motorcycle club. So that's how we all kind of met. And we got
I don't
together
care
and
what
said,
theirs was like. Yours was the cooler one.
Hell yeah, they're guys. Yeah. That's why we did our thing. Yeah. It was fun.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Yes, it was fun.
Bashing that microphone.
Life
That
changes.
sounds right.
And
Do you still have a bike?
I sold it last year because my basement was flooding.
Mm.
I needed the
Bummer.
money.
You kept it
Nah,
in
I
the
didn't.
basement?
Well, I have a ride-in basement. I mean, I wrote it in, through the double doors.
Sandy, that's a bat cave.
No, the basement's the same size as the whole house.
Sounds fucking awesome. You can ride your motorcycle through double doors into your basement,
Yeah, but I don't.
and you don't call
have-
that basement a bat cave?
Well, it could be if I had money to clean it up and fix it.
Now, do you know what I mean by bat cave?
Like a man cave, like a place to hang out.
No, like
oh,
Batman.
literally?
His
Bat cave beneath
Yeah.
the building.
I
in
was
the-
like, wait a
oh,
minute.
jeez.
Sandy doesn't know what I mean by
Yes,
bat
I do
cave.
now. It went right over my head in the beginning. Yes, okay, I got
Do
it.
you know what the Hall of Justice is? How about the
That's-
Fortress
I-
of Solitude?
He's gonna do all this stuff and make me feel like I
What
have
about the
no
quiver?
memory.
If I
Well,
ever get
yeah.
rich, I'm going to
Yeah.
create a fortress of solitude. It's going to be in the middle of the Middle East, but after climate change makes it uninhabitable, so I'm going to be the only one that lives there?
Will you make a bunker?
I'm going to fulfill
Maybe.
a
Bunker baby?
childhood dream. I'm going to buy a normal house, 2 normal houses, and there's going to be connecting
I
them
have a bat cave.
like a fast food joint.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But my buddy's going to live in the other one. and we're going to employ a full-time staff to come into our house, go down to the basement, go into the tunnel, and just wait and be ready to make us food.
Jeez.
Have you seen Better
Imagination.
Call Saul?
Oh
Yes.
Where Gus has the fucking tunnels that connect the multiple housing? That shit's great.
yeah, that was a wild
That
show.
does sound amazing.
Yeah, I didn't really like that show.
I'm going to burn your house
I
down.
did.
I'm just kidding. I love that show. That show was amazing. It was better. I didn't like Breaking Bad, but then I
Yeah,
saw Better Call Saul, and I was like, now this is great.
It's got better in the name.
Yeah, and it couldn't exist without Breaking Bad. I get it, but wow, what a great
I
show
definitely
that was.
preferred the second.
And
Better
that
Call
final
Saul.
season, oh my god.
I like it because realistic comeuppance are had as well. In you know what? I just realized this is genuinely spoiler territory, but in elements of the show. How about that? Or throughout the show, really.
I mean, let's be honest. If you haven't seen Better Call Saul by this point, you're fucking stupid. You deserve to get it spoiled because you're such a fucking little prick.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck
She's
is the matter with
very
you?
judgmental.
Yeah, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
very judgmental.
I don't know
Oh
what this
my
comment
goodness.
is for, but I love it.
I'm just hot sauce. Soul Life, I wholeheartedly agree.
Why
Yeah.
is
You
it
are
says
hot
in my
sauce.
chat, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Nobody's doing anything wrong in our chat. That pops up. That's wild.
However, if you're in my chat, make sure to put in the personal identification number you use at the ATM,
Well, you have
Just,
to know
you
what
know.
bank.
like a trust fall, but with the internet. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh. All right, guys. Am I going to be the first one to go? Let's make a vote because I'm looking at what.
No.
Yeah, let's vote.
Come on. I have an interview
Son
at
of a
11
gun.
a.m.
Now I'm
Eastern,
here. Ah.
and I'm
All
still
right,
not
I think
ready.
the first person to go is actually going to.
Oh,
Oh,
there he
shit.
goes.
He did it.
Ghosted. Jeez.
All right. Well, I'm probably going to be the second one. So good night, everybody, and thank you because I have to do this interview and I have to pull it off because
It's gonna be great. You'll be
yeah,
fine.
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right. Love
I
you too.
hope.
I'm leaving them on the channel, and I will see you guys Friday night.
We're gonna get you demonetized.
Yeah, that was like a warning. She's
We're
like,
gonna
just so you guys
fucking-
know.
Oh,
Shit's gonna
no,
get
yeah.
real
I
pretty
know, I
soon.
leave you
You're
two
gonna wake
alone.
up. You won't even have a YouTube channel anymore.
Mom is leaving. She's leaving. I am leaving. Bye bye.
It's
All right.
over.
Good luck. At your own risk.
Did we read the super chats?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah. Yep. We did it.
I noticed you still have those monkeys there.
I love them.
I look at them every time.
I did get a new sign. The old bubblegum sign. Double bubble. It says, with free comics and fortunes, 1 cent.
Is that authentic, or did you just print it on a piece of paper?
It's an old metal sign. My mom got it for me.
That's awesome.
So I put it up there.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a comic thing. So my mom also got me that Stan Lee, which is actually made up of a whole bunch of little cut up comic book art.
Yeah, it looks like that. From
It's
a
called a
distance, you
collage.
can't really see it, but
It's called a collage.
yeah, it is
the
called
guy-
a collage.
The guy that took that picture of the wolf in the snow. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
He's the same guy that took a picture of the monkeys. He took a picture of that chipmunk over there. I have my Elk of the Year plaque. 2015, 16, or not Elk of the Year. Outstanding service
Don't even know what your own fucking sign says.
commendation. Well, it's because I essentially started running a food bank out of the Elks Lodge.
What's the Elks Lodge?
The
What's a
Elks?
lodge?
What's a lodge?
This is just where like a bunch of like alcoholic men who have bad marriages go to like play pool. Because
They
that's
they let women join in the like in the
Okay.
80s, I think. But it's a social club, and it's an old school thing. My grandfather was a member of the Elk. Um, they have different kinds, but the Elk, it's the one I joined because I knew guys in there already. Cheap beer. They had their own bar. So if you didn't feel like going to a bar where anyone could go, you would go to the lodge where you paid dues. You could shoot pool, shuffleboard. They had a room where you could smoke.
So
Pretty
my guess is pretty
We
spot
would have
on. then.
dances. We would have huge banquets and dances and stuff like that. There was a whole ballroom. The bar overlooked the ballroom. It was a unique building. There was a whole separate lounge where we would do karaoke sometimes. They'd play poker in there. And then upstairs was the actual ceremonial lodge area, and you weren't allowed to go up there unless you were a member. It was really cool. It was old
Don't
school.
you have to be a member to get in the whole thing?
Well, no, you could, because we would try and recruit, so you would let people in all the time. And like in the ballroom, we would do bingo twice a week. That's where I
I
called
see.
bingo. That was a real moneymaker.
We got to do some
Bank.
bingo on this show.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to do a whole bingo show.
Like left past 10 bingo cards.
No, like just bingo. Like we
Just
just sit
straight
here
up?
and play bingo. Yeah.
Oh, we could.
Like we
mean,
print out
we-
cards. We can
we
get like
could.
that weird glue stick thing, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know.
The blotter.
Yeah, what is that?
The blotter pen. They used to show up like there was a handful of ladies who would show up to bingo like hours in advance and put their blotters down to hold their space up front because they would try
That's
and
pretty
see
good.
because I was calling and there was a machine like an air machine where the balls would be like, and then I would put it up and they'd be able to see it first if they were sitting up front. Even though when I would take the ball and I would put it under a camera and it would be projected on a screen. So like everyone would be able to see it, but
Well, what is seeing it first? Is there an advantage there?
Well,
like
because
get
if you
bingo-
have it, you can call bingo quicker.
But what if two people get it at the same time? Like does the person who called it first win?
No, yeah, I mean they're just trying to do everything first.
They're just trying to fucking cheat, is what they're doing. Those fucking wretched.
If the ball wasn't perfect, they would get really upset. It was state regulated gambling.
Fuck.
There were rules. Every now and then I'd see somebody stand up. There was one guy in particular who would stand up and walk over to one of the other people at the lodge and point to me and be like, this guy did that wrong. He should be doing it like this. And I was like, what the fuck is this guy saying now? It's like, I'm volunteering my time here so you guys can be social and make money and gamble. Give me a break.
Oh shit, you're pissed as fuck right now.
It was annoying. He was annoying.
Did he have a mustache?
No.
Okay. I just
No.
imagine annoying people having mustaches.
One time I said under my breath, this is fucked up. I was like, I don't know what the context was. Somehow, it is really childish. I did that thing where I might not be talking to you, but you know I'm talking to you. And I was like, just mad because your wife doesn't like you. Because it was really obvious that his wife did not like him. He was not a likable guy. I don't think anybody liked him. But like, he was there with his wife twice a week, and it was obvious she did not like him.
Did he hear you?
I'm sure he did. I didn't like that guy at all.
Could you open your mouth for me? I want to see if you have all your teeth after saying such a remark.
Yeah, no, nobody's touching me. You kidding me? I put out this vibe that I'm not to be fucked with.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's a
You just
gift.
walk in there with like the headphones and the ring light.
Okay, I figured this out. There is one vibe you can put out that works in a lot of situations. The I belong here vibe, you're not better than me vibe, probably don't want to fuck with me vibe. That's the exact same level of confidence. Like
Like
can
you gotta
exude that.
project to people that you have been in this situation longer than anyone else. Like in fact, you're like the secret leader, starter, or founder. Like they may have just seen you for the first time yesterday, but no, you were here 10 years ago. Like they don't even know.
I walk into the room and there's not one person in there who's going to be like, why is he here? You know what I mean? Okay, I'll put it this way. I was in line at a brewery where you order your beer and then take it back to your table. And they had this new stupid rule that you could only order beer for you. And if it was for somebody else, they'd have to be in line with you. Well, who's holding the table? You see what I'm saying? I hate that. It's a dumb rule.
It's really
So
bad.
I would
rule.
tell my friends, go sit down, I'll get our beers. And they're like, you can't order for more than one person. And I was like, what? So I would go up there. Let's say I'm third in line. I would hear the guy explain to the people in front of me, oh, you can only order beer for you, or your party has to be here, whatever. And then I would get up there and say, I'll have 3 beers. And they go, here you go. I'm not tough. Do I look intimidating or scary? Absolutely not.
Yeah, well, they know that you heard the whole shebang. You're aware of the rule.
And I
And
don't
you
give a
just-
shit.
Yeah, you just go in
I'm
anyway.
obviously not going to drink 3 beers myself. What's
I don't
your
know how
stupid...
obvious that is, though.
Do they really think literally every customer is potentially going to order more than 1 beer and like drink them both right away? And who cares if they do? Why not? Because the other thing is, I was prepared to tell them, you guys do not cut people off. Because everyone knows that this one brewery shuts down before all the other bars. So if you're at another bar and it's 10 minutes after that brewery closes, there's going to be a lot of really drunk people coming in because they overserve. So what do you care if people are drinking 2 or 3 beers at a time? And I keep this in mind. I could order a beer, drink it, order a beer, drink it, order a beer, and drink it. So why can't I order 3 beers and do that? And so maybe they think you're buying beer for a minor. It's not that big of a place. You can literally just scan.
Wouldn't you have to get carded to get in the whole thing?
Or do that, or just have somebody card somebody on the way in, like most places. It was so anyway. I think they just knew, like, we're not going to argue with this guy because he's prepared to debate us, and we don't
He's
want
got
to do it.
facts. He's got logic. He's got a mean grin. Just give him the beer.
But also, they called me the Longmont kid. So
How old were you at
I had
this
a
time?
reputation. This was like 2 years ago. I had a reputation. I was the mayor of that town. I owned that town.
You should have ran for mayor and
Socially.
done something with your life.
I probably could have.
Instead, you moved to South Carolina.
Yeah, well, I have this thing about hitting reset. So, I did have a coat that said Longmont on the back. I still have it. So
Okay.
that was another reason why
You got a "So Kid" on it.
the kid was silent.
Well, it should have stayed silent if
So
you
I
ask me.
don't mean to talk like I'm some tough guy or badass. It's just I realize that you can exude this level of confidence, whether it's sincere or genuine or not. People just cave, and it's
Yeah,
not
most
like
people
I-
don't give a shit. They want to be subservient to whoever's the fucking coolest kid in town.
I mean, I think I was just like, I don't need your rules.
Yeah, rules are for everyone else, not for me, buddy boy.
Well,
I
and
got
real-
fucking 38% stake in this company. How much stake do you have? You don't have a single goddamn stake at all. You make minimum wage, you jackass. Now give me
Thank
my
you.
17 beers and I'll be on my way.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
then
it
they
was-
overhear you scream, "Hey guys, I got your beer." Like, you make a big deal about how it's not even for you.
Hey,
pass them
15-year-old
out.
kids, here's all your beers. But,
Hey, little
uh,
Timmy, Have a beer and a half. It's your 14th birthday.
It's got to the point where when I was self-employed, I realized, like, haha, you can't hurt me anymore. I've been making it work for myself. I'm getting paid like a lot without management, without owners, without coworkers. So like I just stopped giving a shit.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah. That's my
Speaking
motto.
of
Fuck 'em.
while we're on the subject of stopping giving shit, man, I'm really tired right now, man.
Okay.
I just,
I thought you were just gonna ghost me. Thank you for saying goodnight.
Oh man, I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking die right now. Like these fucking, everything is getting dark for some reason. Like I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
It got dark early tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening to me.
All right, you want to call it?
What do you want to call it?
I'm saying call it.
The movie or the book, or the mini series?
The miniseries with John Boy from the Waltons.
Fucking Tim Curry.
Yeah, that was good.
When he's fucking spinning down that drain, man.
I know.
Holy shit. So good.
Yikes. Did you ever see that? I don't know why I did this. I made a cartoon of it was Ben Shapiro in the gutter saying we all float down here.
I gotta see that.
I don't know why, but I'm like, why did I fucking draw that? It's just
You're
one
the
of those
fucking Ben
things-
Shapiro in the gutter guy? That's
was
what your
like-
legacy's gonna be?
It's just like Sam Cedar said something funny probably, and I was like, I could draw that. And now it's like, why did I draw that?
It's over for you?
We all float down here. What the hell? Yeah, it would be more scary than that clown though, I think.
I think
Ben
so
Shapiro.
too. A short fucking like high pitched Zionist bastard. Just yapping the fuck away, won't shut the fuck up. You think these guys are gonna shut the fuck up one of these days?
I don't know what to do about Stranger Things because more than a few of those people are coming out as like
Yeah.
bad takes.
It's not even bad takes, man. These guys are like
It's bad.
it's like the fucking Hitler Youth, it's the Stranger Things cast, they're fucking heiling Hitler on the fucking set and everything. Like these guys are fucked in the head, man. And what's this fucking shit where it's like it's season 5? No, we're gonna call it Stranger Things 5, like it's a fucking film franchise. Get your shit out of here. There's not 5 of these. It's the same show. It's 1. It's Stranger Things 1. Season 5. What is this fucking? Season 1 was pretty good though.
Yeah, I know. I like that show a lot. It's tough. That's why they say never meet your heroes.
That's the problem with the internet. I specifically have like, if there's someone trending who I'm like, oh, I like their movies, don't click on it. I don't need to know. It's a cognito hazard. You can't go back. It's like a tattoo. Once you know, it's over. You're done. You're fucking done. Just like this show.
Oh, I missed my cue. Sorry. Maybe next time I'll